Good day, grade 9 students. This is our last pre-recorded video for our Math 9 class. And for today's video, we're going to discuss about using trigonometric ratios to find missing values on a given right triangle. Okay, so last week, na-introduce na po sa atin yung definitions natin ng trigonometric ratio. So this time, if you're given a right triangle and some of its measurements, paano daw natin mahahanap yung other measurements niya gamit yung mga definitions ng trigonometric ratios na napag-aralan natin last week. Okay? So, ang objective natin for today's video is to find a missing side length given an angle measure. Okay? So, dun sa first 3 examples natin, hahanapin natin yung mga side length kapag meron tayong angle measurement and another given doon sa ating right triangle. And then, for the last 3 examples, we're going to find a missing angle using yung ating trigonometric ratios, okay? So, let's start with our first example. So, given an angle measure, can you find the remaining side lengths, okay? So, actually, yung hinahanap lang naman natin dito is the value of your x, okay? So, kung ano lang po yung x natin, yun lang yung side na kailangan nating hanapin, okay? So, paano daw natin gagamitin yung ating mga trigonometric ratios para po dito? So, ang unang-una sa lahat is i-identify natin yung ating angle na given. So, we have a 30-degree angle dito. So, lagi naman tayong may 90-degree angle since this is a right triangle, okay? Tapos, meron ka pong side na ito. So, obviously, if this is your reference angle, this side is your opposite side. Okay, so that's the value of x na pinapahanap dito. And then this side, the given is your hypotenuse. Okay, so para daw mahanap natin yung value ng x, gagamit tayo ng trigonometric ratio. Now, paano natin malalaman kung anong trigonometric ratio ang gagamitin natin? So, gamit po yung ating reference angle and then kung ano mang sides yung given sa atin. Okay? For this one, since ito yung ating angle, nabanggit ko ang hinahanap natin is the opposite side. The given is your hypotenuse. So, ang tanong ko is, ano daw ang trigonometric ratio na nag-i-involve ng opposite side at saka ng ating hypotenuse? So, balikan natin yung ating mga definition. So, dapat naaalala nyo na we're going to use yung ating sine ratio. Okay? So, kapag meron tayong sine, so syempre yung ating reference angle. So, this time your reference angle is 30 degrees. Tapos, sabi natin ang definition niyan is the opposite side over your hypotenuse. Okay? So, hinahanap natin yung value ng opposite side. Ang hypotenuse natin ay equal po sa 5. Okay, so sana clear po yun. Kaya sine ang ginamit natin kasi using the right triangle ang given sa atin or ang hinahanap natin is the opposite side, you're given the hypotenuse. Okay, so ang definition ng sine natin is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, and then, simplify natin to. Para makuha natin yung value ng x, we can use cross multiplication. So, ito po ay pwede nating isulat as sine 30 over 1 is equal to x over 5. Okay? So, you can always use a calculator para po mas madali tayo makapag-simplify. So, if I multiply this, unahin ko na itong may x. So, I have x equals, pag minultiply ko to, this is 5 times sine 30. Okay? So, kung may calcu po kayo, alam natin na pwede nating i-plug in ang sine 30. The value of sine 30 is 0.5 or you can use yung ating mga trigonometric ratios for special angle. So, ang 30 degrees po ay special angle. So, you can use 1/2. Okay? So, you can use calculator or kung special angle yung given sa inyo, pwede nyo pong gamitin yung mga pinigay natin na measurements from our last discussion. Okay, so this is 0.5 And 5 times 0.5 is just equal to 2.5. Okay, so the value of our x, or the opposite side of this triangle with reference angle 30 degrees, is just equal to 2.5. Okay, let's proceed with our second example. Still, we're given a right triangle with an angle measurement, and then given tayo ng ating ilan sa mga sides, okay? And then you're asked to find the measurement or the value of our x. So, katulad lang nung ginawa natin kanina, so ito po ang ating angle. This is 52 degrees. Kung ito yung ating reference angle, ang meron po tayo, this side is the opposite side, 16 units. And then, yung another side na meron po tayo, yung pinapahanap sa atin is actually the adjacent side. Okay? So, isip tayo, anong trigonometric ratio ang nag-i-involve po ng opposite at saka ng ating adjacent side. Okay? So, sana naalala natin na we're going to use the tangent ratio. So, if we get tangent 52 degrees, kasi yun po yung ating reference angle, it is defined as your opposite side over your adjacent side. Okay? So, katulad lang nung kanina, para mahanap natin yung value ng x, you can use cross multiplication. So, kapag nag-cross multiply ako dito, magkakaroon ako ng x tangent of 52 degrees equals 16. Okay? So, ang goal natin is mahanap yung value ng x. So, kailangan kong matanggal yung tangent 52 dito. So, I have to divide both sides by tangent 52. So, dapat po yung mga trigonometric ratio natin, lagi po silang may kasamang angle. Okay? So, ito po, hindi po special angle ang 52 degrees. So, wala tayong choice kundi gumamit po ng calculator for this one. Okay? Pero, dire-diretsuhin na lang po natin yung pagta-type sa calcu. So, this is 16 divided by tangent 52 degrees. And then, after mo makuha, tsaka natin po i-round off to 2 decimal places. Okay? So, ulitin ko lang. This is 16 divided by tangent 52. Our answer is equal to 12.50. Okay? So, lagi po tayong rounded off to 2 decimal places kapag po hindi po exact yung atin pong answer. Okay? So, may magtatanong sa akin, Miss, okay lang ba na ang gamitin ko dito is cotangent? Since ang cotangent naman is adjacent over the opposite side. Diba? Kasi reciprocal sila ng tangent. So, the answer is oo. Pwede natin gamitin yung cotangent. Kaya lang, if you'll see, doon sa inyong calculators, wala po tayong exact or nakalagay agad na cotangent na function. Okay? So, hindi katulad ng tangent, sine, and cosine, naka-built-in na siya sa calcu. So, kapag kasi cotangent, secant, and cosecant, we have to get the reciprocal pa of the 3 major ratios na alam natin. Okay po? So, I suggest, gamitin na lang natin yung sine, cosine, and tangent instead of those reciprocal ratios. Okay? Questions po or clarifications, pwede nyong i-message sa akin or itanong natin sa webinar. So, proceed tayo dito sa ating last example for side lengths. So, again, you're given a right triangle with the following measurements. So, meron kang 27-degree angle. And then, ang given sa'yo is this side. Obviously, kung ito yung reference mo, this x is your opposite and this 15 units is your adjacent side. Okay? So, ano po uli ang nag-i-involve ng opposite at ng adjacent side? So, for this one, we're going to use again tangent. Okay? So, wag kakalimutan na dapat yung ating trigonometric ratio ay may kasamang angle. Okay? At yung angle na yon, kung ano man po yung given doon sa ating triangle, maliban po doon sa 90-degree angle. Okay? So, by definition, tangent is opposite. So, we have x. And then, over your adjacent side, we have yung ating 15 units. Okay? So, to get the value of x, cross-multiply lang natin. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x is equal to 15 times tangent ng 27 degrees. Okay? So, again, 27 degrees is not a special angle. So, kailangan po natin gumamit ng calcu para po makuha yung answer natin dito. Okay? So, dito, diretso lang po uli natin sa pag-calcu. So, we have 15 times tangent of 27 degrees. Kung ano po yung lalabas, i-round off natin sa 2 decimal places. So, our answer is approximately 7.64. Okay? So, wala po ako nilalagay na unit of measurement kasi wala pong naka-indicate doon sa ating given. Okay? Pero pag meron na po siya, so lalagyan na po natin ito ng centimeters, meters, inches, or kung ano man po yung given sa ating right triangle. Okay? Provided na ang hinihingi po ay yung side length natin. So, obviously, yung mga x naman natin dito ay measurements po ng ating sides. Okay? So, ngayon, punta tayo dun sa second part ng ating mga examples. So, this time, you're asked to find the missing angles. Okay? So, given ka pa rin ng right triangle, meron tayong mga measurements ng sides, pero this time, hinahanap na po yung measurement ng ating angle. Okay? So, this time, yung ginagamit po natin na notation for the angle is theta. Okay? So, ito po ay ibig sabihin, angle yung hinahanap natin. Okay? So, meron na po tayong 90-degree angle dito. So, okay na po yan. Pero ang kailangan yung hanapin is yung another angle na given po doon sa ating right triangle. Okay? So, katulad kanina, ganun lang din po yung gagawin natin. So, kailangan, dahil ito ang ating reference angle, i-identify natin anong mga sides ang given. So, this one, obviously, this side is your opposite side, and this one is your adjacent side. Okay? So, paulit-ulit lang tayo, nag-i-involve ng opposite at saka ng adjacent. So, we're going to use yung ating tangent. Okay? So, yung isasama natin sa tangent ay yung ating angle. So, wala po yung angle or walang value. So, kokopyahin lang natin yung theta. Okay? So, we have tangent theta ay equal lang sa opposite over adjacent. So, we have 8 over 6. Pero, pwede po nating i-simplify yung 8 over 6 as 4 over 3. Okay? So, para lang mas maliit yung value na kino-consider natin. Pero kung 8 over 6 yung gusto nyo gamitin, wala naman pong problema. Same lang yung lalabas. Okay? Now, after that, kung mapapansin nyo, wala naman akong pwedeng ibang gawin kasi pag nag-cross multiply ako, so magkakaroon ako ng 6 tangent theta over x, pero ang kailangan ko kasing mahanap is the value of my angle. Okay, so iba po yung process natin kapag yung angle ang hinahanap. So this time, we're going to use yung inverse ng ating mga trigonometric ratios. So kapag sinabi kong inverse ng trigonometric ratios, so ang inverse ng tangent is tangent negative 1, okay, or arctan. Tapos po, ilalagay natin yung sagot, this one. So we have 4 over 3. And then, that will be the value of our theta or yung ating angle. Okay, so uulitin ko, kapag angle ang hinahanap, like for example, dito ay theta, we're going to use yung inverse ng ating trigonometric ratio. So we have tangent, ang inverse niya po ay arctan, or tangent negative 1 kasi yan po yung nakalagay sa ating calcu. And then, ang isasama po natin doon, this time ay yung value na meron tayo, which is 4 over 3. Okay? So, yun po, pag plinag in natin sa calcu, makukuha natin ang measurement ng ating angle. Okay? Now, paano natin gagawin yung arctan or the inverse of tangent 4 over 3? So, kailangan nyo lang pong ilagay sa calcu ninyo. Ito lang po. So, you're going to press yung shift, tapos tan. Okay? And then, kasunod po nun, yung ating 4 over 3 or 4 divided by 3. And close natin sa parentheses para po hindi malito yung calcu natin. Okay? So, ganun po natin itatype yun para makuha natin yung value ng ating theta. So, itry nyo po, dapat ang makukuha natin na theta or the measurement of your angle, rounded off to the nearest hundredths or 2 decimal places, magkakaroon lang po tayo ng 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, we're using or we're finding theta, that's an angle. So, dapat meron po tayong unit of measurement na degrees. Okay? So, uulitin ko, kapag angle ang hinahanap, gagamitin natin yung inverse ng trigonometric ratio. So, tan -1 ang inverse ng tangent. Ang isasama natin sa inverse ay yung value na meron tayo. And then, that will be the value of our angle. So, ang pagpa-plug in sa calcu, so kailangan nyo talaga ng calcu dito, is shift tan. Okay? And then, press natin yung 4/3 or 4 divided by 3 and close in parentheses, you're going to get 53.13 degrees. Okay? Let's have another example for missing or finding the missing angle. So again, you have a right triangle. This is your missing angle or a reference angle. So ang meron tayo is this side. Obviously, this side is your adjacent sa theta. And this side is the hypotenuse. Okay, so kapag meron tayong adjacent at saka hypotenuse, ano ang gagamitin nating trigonometric ratio? So we're going to use cosine. Okay, so kailangan natin ng angle pero wala tayong measurement ng angle, so we're going to use theta. So ang cosine ng theta, definition natin is adjacent, that's 1 over your hypotenuse, which is 2. Okay? So, baka ito, makikita ninyo sa ating mga listahan doon sa trigonometric ratios ng ating special angles. So, if you're asked to get the angle, so we're going to use yung ating inverse. Okay? So, the inverse of cosine is cosine -1 or arc cosine. And then, we're going to use 1/2. As the value, yun po ang magiging ating value ng angle. Okay? So, katulad kanina, ang i-press po natin sa calcu natin, since tayo ay gumagamit ng inverse, that's shift cos, and then yung ating 1/2. Okay? So, ano daw? Angle, ang kapag kinuhanan ko ng cosine, the answer is 1/2. Yun yung ibig sabihin yan. So, ang makukuha lang po natin na value ng theta is actually an exact value which is 60 degrees. Okay? So, i-check nyo, pabaliktad, cosine ng 60 mula dun sa listahan natin ng trigonometric ratios ng special angles. Ang 60 po ay special angle. So, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong exact na value which is 1/2 or 0.5. Okay, so dito po ang value ng ating theta na hinahanap is equal to 60 degrees. Okay? Let's have our last example for finding the missing angles using our trigonometric ratios. So again, this is your right triangle. You're given this angle. So kung yan ang angle mo, etong side na to is your adjacent side and this side is your hypotenuse. Okay, so adjacent and hypotenuse. So again, we're going to use yung ating cosine of theta. Okay, so cosine, kasi ang definition niyan is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay po? So you can simplify that as 1/4. 8/32 when simplified is 1/4. Pero you can still use 8/32. Wala namang problema. Okay, so to get the value of your angle, so we're going to use yung ating inverse cosine and then yung value natin na 1/4. That will be the value of your theta. So katulad kanina, ang ipapress natin sa calcu is shift plus cosine or shift cosine and then yung ating value po na 1/4. Okay? So makukuha lang natin na yung ating theta, so hindi po ito exact, so round off natin sa 2 decimal places. So magkakaroon po tayo ng 75.52 degrees. Okay, so angle po ito, kaya wag natin kakalimutan yung unit of measurement na degrees. Okay, so any clarifications po, you may ask sa webinar or simply message me para po mabilis nating masagot yung inyong mga katanungan. Okay, so for our last assessment, para po sa Math 9, okay, so exam yung ating final exam, okay? So, magkakaroon po tayo ng last activity para sa Math 9. So, Be ready for an activity about solving right triangles on Wednesday, May 25. Okay? So, para lang po clear sa lahat, ang ating pong webinar ay mangyayari on Wednesday ng 10:30 AM. Okay? So, ina-announce ko na po na Wednesday po instead of Thursday kasi meron pong power interruption sa amin ng Thursday, kaya po nilipat ko na lang siya ng Wednesday since wala naman po kayong webinar on that day. Tapos, Thursday na po kayo ma-free ng 10:30. Okay? So, ang activity na po na ito ay gagawin natin by twos or by threes at ibibigay ko po yung activity sa ating webinar pagkatapos ko magbigay ng additional examples at saka word problems na may kinalaman dito sa pagsosolve ng ating right triangles. Okay? So, I hope makita ko po kayo sa ating webinar on Wednesday, May 25. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!